just such an emotional way to start this week. Roberto, that wasn't just decent. I like that. That's actually really good.
I mean, he set it up on the tee that, when he said that, immediately I'm like, and Roberto, you already have the song.
But then I asked Roberto, and he goes, no, it's decent, I promise. I go, not decent. That's not a sales pitch. That was good.
Undersell. When he undersells it, now you're like, he oversells a lot of other things.
I'm riding the high from Friday's Who Said It. So, back-to-back Kangs.
Outstanding. Oh, whoa. All right. So let's jump into this. A week straight of conference realignment craziness. And no, this isn't going to be old people yelling at clouds. I took most of my vacation, and I just accepted the fact college football's dead as we know it. So,
along with all the laughing emojis when I said, hey, it's happening.
Oh, I know. Yeah, exactly. Well, when I was texting you, and I'm like, all right, what do you got today? And one of the texts you send me is, it's on. And it's like, this team's going here. This team's going here. I'm like, I quit. So here's what I'm going to do. I have accepted the sport as I know it and love it, and as many of you know it and love it. It's gone. So now you have to make a conscious decision whether you're going to watch this, try to make sense of it, try to evolve with it, or not. I can't make that decision for you. I don't even know how I'm going to react to it moving forward. But here's the way we wanted to play our cards today as we start a Monday. Knowing what we know now and that it's not going backwards, what is the next change you want to see in college football as it pertains to realignment? Because it's not done. The Big Ten's not going to sit at 18. The Big Ten is not going to stop. The SEC will not stop. Now, the Big 12 won this power struggle with the Pac-12. A year ago, I never would have believed it, but they did it. So the Pac-12, the Conference of Champions, it's dead. It's gone. You'll see Oregon State and Wazoo and a couple other schools end up in the Mountain West. So here's what I'm asking you, because I have my answer. I have the plan. I just don't know if anyone, including Rico, will fully embrace it, but Rico and I have at least an outline of a loose agreement. And I'll give that to you momentarily, but I want to throw this out. Seeing what's happened and knowing you can't change it to go backwards. If you had a say at the table as it pertains to college football and the future of the sport and what happens next, what would you do? Is that open enough, you think, for people to start a week? Easy?
It is. It's open enough. Because I think when you look at it, it's not going to go backwards. Most people are like, but this isn't the game that I love.
It doesn't matter.
It's gone.
We're not doing that show today. I'm not doing that.
I'm sure there are people who were upset when the forward pass really started coming along. Like, I like running the ball. Guys, that's over. So now what's next? Because as you're saying, it's the transfer portal for teams right now. When you don't like your conference, you go into the portal and bingo, bango, you're in a new conference.
So let me offer you my solution to this. I'm not asking you to love it. I'm just offering you that within the current framework of where we're headed, here's what I would compare it to. You're already pleasuring the TV networks, right? Let's just face it, okay? You may as well just fully seal the deal here. All right, you've had a little bit of stimulation on the date. It's probably time for you now to examine the sheets. You may as well let the TV networks just finish ravaging you in passion, because that's where we're at. So here's what I'm offering you. Let the TV networks redraw the map. The TV networks, since we do not have a unified central governing body of college football, we need to bring in the networks of NBC and Fox and ESPN and ABC and CBS, much in the way the NFL has parsed out one product to every network, right? The networks are now the de facto college football czar. Mm-hmm. So here's what I offer you. 2 conferences of 24 teams, 48 halves. The rest of college football are the have-nots. Of the 48 teams that are haves, the TV networks reinstitute and reestablish regionality to the sport we love. 4 12-team divisions, because conferences are dead. What's the Big 12 mean when they got 20 teams? What's the Big 10 mean when they got 24?
18, yeah.
So you redraw this thing. And I got news for you. We're going to have a 16-team playoff because 25% of the teams in the Super League need to make the playoffs, so somebody's playing for something. Because what we've killed off now, we've killed the Bulls. They're dead. And if you don't make the playoff, hell, we have kids opting out now. So here's what I'm advocating. Here's the change I would make. 248-539-9797. Rico, as you put it so astutely in pre-show, we're basically going to have to sell you socialism.
Yep.
A chicken in every pot. Hell, it's a little bit of communism if people want to really know. Why does it make sense? Simple. Because the NFL does it.
Yep. NFL is socialism.
Right. They don't care about Jacksonville dragging the league down. New York doesn't complain about Green Bay. They know they are stronger together. Mm-hmm. So college football made their biggest mistake. Everyone had their fiefdom. Everyone had their own little say. And you know what it ended up doing? Destroying the sport. Mm-hmm. So let the networks do it. Give the networks some nookie. It's been a great day. Dessert is served. You're in bed with them already. You're both naked. It's happening. So you may as well make a baby, known as money. Just serve it up. I mean, that's where we're at.
No, it is.
It's Kenny after SummerSlam. He's in bed wearing a title belt. And He has a title belt now.
Wow.
And then Kenny didn't make money, but he may have made a baby. That's what we're talking about.
So uncomfortable.
This is a baby named Money. My vote is you're already in bed with the networks,
and that's it right there.
Let them design for you a product they've been great at selling now for 25 years.
Yep.
You're the NFL.
Yep. You take the 48 brands.
That's it.
And they go out there and you treat this like the NFL. And for people who are like, well, I don't want it to be like the NFL. I want it to stay college football. It's not going to stay college football.
It's dead.
Well, nobody's going to watch this. Yes, you will.
They will.
You will watch this because I was talking with Doug and he was like, well, nobody watches NCAA basketball. And I'm like, Doug, it's competing against the NBA. It's competing against college football, NFL football. It's competing against a lot. So when March rolls around, it's the only thing.
Nobody watches college basketball because the regular season does not matter. You can go 18-13 and make the tourney and go on a run.
But I think that people would still watch fall.
Yes.
Saturdays, you're going to watch your teams play. But you get the best 48 teams. And I also say this, your schedule is based off of what you did last year.
100%. Strength of schedule. You have a bad year, you get an easier draw. You have a good year, you get a harder draw. What does that mean? It means if you're a brand name, your schedule will always be more difficult, and that means more premium matchups, which means more money. Look, everything we know about college football is dead. It's gone. Guys, it doesn't matter what team you are anymore. Players are now hired guns year by year. There's no loyalty to the school. Essentially, what you're going to be watching is, in the future, it's not Michigan football anymore. It's not Michigan State football. It's going to be Spartan football loosely presented by Michigan State University.
Yeah.
It's just the truth.
And here's the other thing, and we talked about this. To steal from your Premier League, I do say that the teams that are not a part of the 48, the bottom 8 teams over a 3-year span can play their way out. And somebody can take their spot. Because if not, you're comfortable. You're in. Life is great. No. You got to win. So you can't.
Would stay the same.
Yeah. Because here's the thing. And this is not making it up, Mike, but on any given night in 2024, MSU could have a Wednesday night game at Pauley Pavilion.
Right.
And then have to play
Saturday night at Rutgers, New York.
I was going to say Saturday in Seattle.
Right.
So what do?
Well,
do you fly home and then fly all the way back to the West Coast, or do you just stay out there for the week?
And let's be clear. These are not students. We're done with it. The minute you started being able to hand kids $500,000 up front or buy kids that have no interest in your school, no interest in your coach, no interest in the major, no interest in anything, they are being bought and sold as commodities. Okay? They are professionals. So I know I'm just making a point. No. When people say to me, Mike, your system, they'll be playing 16-plus games. You know what I'll say? Hey, kids, you wanted to be pros? Welcome to being a pro.
Well, here's the other thing, and I'm not trying to derail this, but...
No, David, be careful. We're not even through a segment. He's going to derail us.
All the stuff and all the money and all the movements that went on, colleges, conferences, everybody made money. You know who didn't get one dime of that? The actual athletes. Something to think about.
It's something to think about. I just pray we don't go that way today.
Oh, no. It just hit me like, you know what? They didn't even set aside. And this, I think they should have just set aside, you know what? This is the athlete's part. So schools can now pay everybody. And this helps make it, going back to what I'm offering.
What I'm offering is you package the entire product up together.
Yep. You got a salary cap.
The networks draw the map. The networks select the teams, and you have a rev split. It won't be 50-50. It won't even be close. But the package together of the top 48 programs with regionality, with a more expansive playoff. You guys, I don't want it to be this way, but I'm offering you what I deem to be the next best solution. Because what we're doing now is happy horse bleep. This is the bleep flying out of a horse's ass pre-race. It's ridiculous. What we're doing right now is ridiculous.
If you think it's going to end, it's not. It's going to go to another step. So let's just be proactive. What should be the next step? 248-539-9797.